I practice guitar. I guess I have like a little setup here by
Oh,
the window.
there it is. Very nice. I wanted, of course, to welcome you onto Radio X, but I guess welcome back for 2020 as a whole, because the top line is the Strokes are back. The New Abnormal is the new album. And I mean, first up,
The new abnormal is the new abnormal.
I was going to say, there couldn't be a more appropriate name for that album right now.
Oh, you know, when we come together, sparks fly.
How are you guys handling lockdown? How's it going for you?
I mean, you know, I'm sensitive to that. There's a lot of things going on. I feel fortunate. I'm here with family and everyone's good. Yeah, I mean, you go in waves. And I think no matter what you do, it's just, for at least my personality, I'm fine, and then I'm really depressed. All in a day, you know, it's like a roller coaster.
Yeah. What have you been doing to sort of keep yourself entertained then? Like, sort of getting away from the boredom?
Your business. These are secrets of the trade. I tried different stuff. Like, I had actually just, might sound silly, but I like rituals, and one of my rituals is coffee, and I just got this new machine, espresso, and so dialing that in every morning. My wife and I do exercise. I'm lucky to live in LA, so I sit in the sun. What have I been doing? I decided to be vegetarian, so I've just been cooking. Well, when I say I've been cooking, I'm like the assistant.
Honing in on your new skills, because there's a lot of people like trying out new recipes and stuff right now.
Yeah, I mean, I've been cooking. To be honest, my wife and I have been cooking for years together, so it's nothing new, but it's just, you know, gives you time to try other stuff. I have not been creative to save my life.
No.
You know, I like, yeah, just, I practice guitar. I guess I have like a little setup here by the window.
There it is. Very nice.
And I look out and I practice.
Now listen, mate, Brooklyn Bridge to Chorus, that is our record of the week on Radio X, and we're going to play it in a second. But I wanted to know, like, is there a particular story behind that song, or like, what was your inspiration when you guys were getting together and writing that one?
I feel like when you finish making a record, the band should come together and just like write stories for every song, because everyone always wants a story, and I feel like there's hardly any story, or if there is one, it's like from one perspective. Like, I don't know. We had that title for a while. It worked on this song. I don't really have a story. It's a fun song, though.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I like your honesty as well. Not every song needs to have a story. Sometimes, you know, it just happens.
Someone said this, asked me a question, and I was just like, because they wanted to know what Julian was saying in a line, and they asked me as though like I'm gonna be like, oh, he's saying this, and I was like, I think it's more fun. Your mystery and your discovery of it, or your unknown, is more fun than knowing the answer. You know, there's no story to a song besides, you know, if there was some crazy story. But for the most part, most of life is just like small little progressions. So
Sure.
kind of boring.
Hey, it's open to interpretation. People can make their own stories, right? Let's go
I
with
would
that.
prefer that.
Yeah.
I would prefer that.
Now, you worked with legendary producer Rik Rubin on this record, and was that the first time you guys sort of got together?
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure you would know if we had gotten together before that. Yeah, no, that was our first outing together with him. It was, it's what happens when you do stuff at home. I've never done an interview like it's so funny. I never know what to look at.
Oh,
the green dot on my computer, myself or you. It just like I'm constantly like, yeah, no, he was awesome. Not that you asked that, but it was our first time working with him. Yeah.
Well, I have always wondered sort of like what's he like as a person, and why do you think like so many people are drawn to working with him?
I mean, they always joke. In the band, the joke is like, "Oh, we fell far enough for him to want to work with us." But in all honesty, it's obviously always going to be a little nerve-wracking when you work with someone new, especially with someone who's done everything he's done. So you walk in like cautious, but he's I don't know, it was just a wonderful experience. And we were also in Malibu, and that was Point Doom, really, and that was magical in itself. And I don't know, we got to be a band around this amazing producer, and that was, you know.
Was he pretty sort of hands off and letting you guys get to it, or was he sort of in there with his own direction?
I think he rides a very great line of letting you be you,
Yeah.
and then also having the perspective of not being inside the group
Right.
for the time that we've been a band or the song, and he looks at it with an overall view that's I think is what's makes him so special. You know, it doesn't really matter if it's not like a personal thing. It's just like what made the song, what he thinks makes the song better. And it was nice to have that point of view.
Sure.
You know, to have like someone else to be like, okay, we'll do it that way then. You know, we're here, we'll do it that way.
I think the results speak for themselves, man, because I mean it sounds fantastic. So
oh, thanks. Yeah, I really I mean, I've had this record for a little bit, but yeah, I've thought I feel the same. I feel like it's really awesome. There's a lot of different songs. And there's some stuff like Eternal Summer was something I feel like wouldn't have happened without working with him. That's like the one song that felt like the biggest of it being all six of us.
Okay. Well, I was going to say as well, because there's sort of like an almost a universal admiration around Rik Rubin. I don't know many people who have a bad thing to say about him. And I kind of feel that way about you guys as a band. We've had people coming in on the show like Cortinas.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
Well, like I was going to say, like we have Cortinas coming in, we have Stereophonics, and they say how much they love you. Kelly from Stereophonics said if he could go back in time, he would have wanted to be in the Strokes. So I wanted to sort of ask, do you ever feel there's like a pressure to live up to that reputation sometimes?
I don't know if like I sit there living with it. You know what I mean? I kind of just like when I'm hanging out with them, they're just like friends or people I've known since I was 18. So we're still kind of like those kids. No matter how much life has changed around, we still kind of hang out and talk the same way as we were then. So, I mean, there's always pressure. I don't feel like I have to live up to something, but there's always pressure. But that keeps things exciting.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's kind of boring if there was no pressure. Pressure causes excitement. Sometimes it causes other things, but that's just part of life. Would you be doing anything and not be having some kind of pressure? Like, what would you do?
Good point.
I guess you'd have to like gamble to add the pressure.
Radio X.